guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how I got into the nursing program with a low GPA. And by low GPA, I mean non-existent GPA. So if you are new here, hi, my name is Taylor. I am a second semester nursing student. I'm 26 years old and I'm in a 2-year ADN program at a community college. I think I mentioned in one of my old videos, like when I went to school, like when I decided to go back to school, that I graduated high school in 2013 and I went straight to college after that, and I was in for criminal justice at the time. The day before classes started, I was like, I don't want to do this, and there was a lot going on in my home life, my family, that was just stressful and hectic, and I just failed out. I did one semester, barely made it, and then I did my second semester and I was just not in it and I failed out. I didn't even drop out, I failed out. I just stopped going to school and just let it go. So fast forward probably, I don't know, 8 years, or no, it would have been 6 years, 6 or 7 years. In 2019, I decided that I was going to go back to school, and then I was going to go back to school for nursing. So my GPA was, I think, a 0.67. That was my GPA because I had failed out. And I was on like academic probation and all this stuff. So I was like, oh wow, I'm just not going to be able to do it. I can't do it. I'm not smart anyway. Like, I'm just going to give up. And I decided not to because I was like, no, Taylor, you don't want to work retail the rest of your life. You want to have a career and you're passionate about nursing and just taking care of people in general. So what I did is I enrolled in a community college. It's actually the same college that I went to beforehand. And I applied to go back to school. I had like no credits either. Like I had random credits. So I literally had to start from the beginning. The only class that I already had taken was public speaking, and that wasn't even a prereq for my program. So it was just, you know, out of it. Anyway, I went to school and I first started, so let me backtrack. I had like a non-existent GPA. So when I took my prereqs, I really tried to do really well in them because I was trying to like bump up my GPA. To apply to my nursing program, you had to have at least a 2.0 GPA to even like be considered in an application. So I had a ways to go. And so first semester I took like also keep like backtracking too, but I just trying to give like a lot of preference to like where I was academically when I started. My ACT in high school was like a 10, okay? Like I did not do a good ACT whatsoever. So when I went back to school, I had to take the compass test again, and I didn't do so well on that either. So they put me in like a remedial math and a remedial English, and so I had to take a math course that wasn't even a college credit, and like that bummed me out, but I did it. I'm glad I did it because it actually did help me in my next class. So I took like a algebra kind of thing in college, and my pre-reading, my English, then my math 150. I had to take a humanities class, so I took intro to comparative religion. I took, what else? Obviously English 101, and I can't remember what else. Psychology, I had to take psychology, and I think that was it. So that took me a year. That took me 2 semesters to do those classes. And I made an A in all those classes, which I don't say to like brag or boast or anything, because I am so, like, to this day, I'm so shocked that I'm even here talking about how to get into nursing school. That just blows my mind. And I still think this way. Like, I don't think I'm very smart. I'm just not, and I've proven myself wrong with that. Like I really do think I'm smart, or I'm just capable of learning, and I'm capable of applying myself. And I think that's a big difference, because you know, I think some people are just like born naturally smart. Like that's not me. I really have to try. I have to try hard, but you know, I do it and it works. So I made A's in all those classes. That still did not get me to a 2.0 when I applied for the nursing program. So what we had at our school, you could either use the ACT, or you could take the NLN exam, which is the National League of Nursing entrance exam. It's called the PACS exam, NLN PACS exam, that's what it is. I didn't want to go with my ACT scores because, like I said earlier, it was like a 10, so that was not going to help me at all. And our program is based on points. So your GPA, your ACT, or your PACS score, those all go towards points. And you had to have like at least 60 points to like even be considered into the program. So my GPA was crap. I had a crap ACT score, so I was like, oh, okay, this is not good. I did take the NLN PACS exam, and I did make an 80 on it. I don't even know if that's like good or not, but that's just like what I needed. I had like all of my points calculated up to know like, okay, I need at least, you know, this score to get this many points. And I shocked myself and I made an 80. I'm gonna make a separate video on how I studied for that because it's really important to study for that. And I was like beyond shocked that I made an 80. I still am shocked that I made an 80. So I then talked to the dean of nursing, and we had like a meeting, like other pre-nursing students were there too, and she was talking about a thing called spirit of bankruptcy. And what that means is if you have been out of school for like a period like X amount of years, I can't remember, I think it was like 4 or 5 years, like they take away your old GPA. So all those classes that I failed out of when I was 17 and stupid, they weren't going to count those towards my GPA. Now, that is still on my transcripts. Like, it's not like that. It's just like they're kind of just saying, okay, we're not going to like take that part of your life into consideration. We're going to take all these new classes that you've taken the past year. I literally bawled the entire way home whenever I found that out. Like, I still like remember, like I was like tearing up the whole time. And as soon as I got out of the doors, I was like holding it in. I was trying so hard not to cry. I run to my car almost, and I just lost it. Like, I was so shocked and so thankful that like they did that, because I was sitting there thinking, holy shit, like I'm not gonna get in. I'm gonna have to take way more classes to try to like get my GPA up. So because I worked so hard and I made an A in all of my prereqs that I did that previous year, I applied to the nursing program with technically a 4.0 GPA, and that gave me like a ton of points. So I was just so shocked. And if you're interested in nursing school or like any other like program, ask about that, because they never told me that. Like leading up to that, and like my advisor, she knew I was in nursing school, like they never told me about that, and I don't really know why. Definitely like inquire about it. Again, it's called spirit of bankruptcy. Your school may call it something else, I don't know, but they just like wiped my slate clean. Now that had to have been like 5 years or later, or like 5 years or more ago. So you may not qualify if you've dropped out of school a year ago, you know, but you may. So just definitely ask about it at your school, because they may have something like that they can do for any other program other than nursing. So technically I had a 4.0 GPA. My PACS exam I made an 80 on, and you got like 2 points, I think, if you like lived in the state I live in, because they want like in-state residents going to that school because it's a community college. So I did that, and you needed 60 points to be like considered into the program. I had 88 points, and I got that letter that had like my point value on it. I just cried, like, because I was just so shocked that like I did that, and I was really proud of myself. That's why I made this whole channel, because I feel like I am not a conventional student. I sucked all throughout high school. I sucked all throughout the beginning of my college career. It took me 7 years to figure out what I want to do, and like I said earlier, I'm 26 and I'm just now in nursing school. But you know, everybody is on their own path, so I encourage you to stay on your path and keep walking, because little things happen, just like unexplainable things happen, and you just never know, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. So I just wanted to share that, just because in case there's like somebody out there who was in my position, and ask about spirit of bankruptcy at your school, or they may call it something else. But that is how I got into the nursing program, with a low GPA, a low ACT score, a horrible academic reputation, and here I am starting my second semester. So yeah, if that helps just one person, that's just why I made this video. It's super short, but I just, you know, wanted to share. Again, I'm gonna make a separate video on how I studied for that PACS exam, because it really did help me out, like really helped me out. So I'm gonna make a separate video on that. I'm currently like moving, that's why my background looks so plain. I'm moving in like a week from tomorrow, so everything in my house is packed up, so all of my study books and everything are in boxes. So I'm gonna film that video probably after I move. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and hit that little bell so you know when I upload a video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.